hope you guys are doing great and you're spending this time with your family in a great manner. Well, students, we are going to start our lecture number 6 and the topic name is Economic Choices. Let's not forget this is your second lecture of the same topic. Students, education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. So guys, let's start our lecture with a moral improvement. Guys, always remember one thing, the two most important days are in your life, the day when you are born and the day you find out why. So let's find out today the reason of our birth. Let's talk about something which is more important than anything else in this world. Well, I'm talking about Neki. The topic of your today's moral improvement lecture is Neki ek ibadat hai.
उठो शाहिद, आज तुम्हें रोजा रखना है ना? जल्दी करो बेटा, सहरी नहीं करोगे तो पूरा दिन रोजा कैसे रख पाओगे? रोजा? अरे शायद तुम्हारी सहरी।
मैंने पूछा खुदा से कि तुम मुझको मिलेगा कहाँ। मैंने पूछा खुदा से कि तुम मुझको मिलेगा कहाँ। खुदा ने कहा मिलूंगा वहाँ रहने की जहाँ। शाहिद
जल्दी करो, सहरी का वक्त हो गया है। अगर अभी नहीं करेंगे तो पूरा दिन रोजा कैसे रखेंगे?
औरों का ख्याल इतने की है।
अरे चाचा,
तेरे अच्छे अमाल भी इतने की है।
आप रोते क्यों हैं? पराठे में लाया हूँ।
खुदा ने कहा मिलूंगा वहाँ रहने की जहाँ।
खुद को भुलाकर औरों का ख्याल रखने में अगर दाग लग जाए तो दाग तो अच्छे हैं। सलीम चाचा से कहना इफ्तार के लिए हमारे घर आना होगा। इस रमजान आप भी अपने
Well, grade 4. After watching that clip, my heart is warmed up and my eyes are teary. Well, guys, I hope this lecture finds you in a same manner and you guys will start doing Neki right from today. Because Neki ek ibadat hai. Always remember these lines. खुदा ने कहा मिलूंगा वहाँ है नेकी जहाँ. Well, guys, if you want to find out Khuda, let's start doing Neki right from today. Because guys, you have to play your part no matter what, no matter where you are, no matter what you can do, no matter what, in which circumstances you are, you have to play your part to make this community a better place to live. Well, guys, let me know one thing, that is there any family in your neighborhood that you haven't seen in a while? A new student in your area or school, a new Muslim who is fasting for the first time, or elderly family who can't get to the mosque. Why not take a few minutes to make a phone call or drop in for a visit? Well, guys, invite someone to your iftari or dinner, because the smallest gesture of kindness can make a huge difference in someone's life. And always remember one thing, that the greatest gift to our community would be when we contribute to making lives better, guys. When we contribute to making lives better, always remember one thing. Well, at the end of this moral improvement session, I would like to say that may Allah guide all of us upon the right path of faith and help us to be filled with pity, patience, humanity, and kindness. Well, see you in the next moral lesson. Well, grade 4, as I mentioned before that this is going to be your second lecture of the topic economic choices. Well, before we start our today's lecture, why not revise or take a recap of previous lecture? Well, guys, in our previous lecture, we have studied about economic choices, about goods and services, about smart choice and opportunity cost. Well, in our previous lecture, we have also discussed about, economics and the opportunity cost. Well, guys, if we talk about economics, it is, in our daily life, you have to make a choice, you have to make a choice what to buy and what not to buy. Well, guys, when you go to the market with some fixed amount of money, you wish to buy so many things with that, limited amount, but you're unable to satisfy your all desires, demands, and wishes. Why? Because of that particular amount. Well, guys, similarly, every country in this world has unlimited, desires and needs, and their resources are limited. Previously, we have discussed the definition of economics. We have discussed that economics is a, you can say, social science that tell us about, that tells to the government, nations, and countries how to satisfy their unlimited demands with a specific amount of money. Well, guys, previously we have also discussed about opportunity cost. Well, grade 4, we have discussed previously about opportunity cost. So let's revise it. Well, a benefit, profit, or value of something that must be given up to achieve something else in return is called opportunity cost. If you talk about example, you can say that the opportunity cost of going to school is the money a person would have earned if he had worked instead, right? Well, opportunity cost is what one sacrifices when he chooses one option over other. Grade 4, previously we have discussed the good choice and bad choice, and I have told you that economics is concerned with the production of goods and services. Well, if we talk about goods, you can say that the need of the people that can be touched or held is known as goods. If you talk about services, you can say that a service is a, you can say, work or an action that someone does for other in return of money or any valuable thing. Well, grade 4, let's talk about our today's promo. In our today's lecture, we guys are going to talk about public property, about import and export of Pakistan. So you have to open your page number 70 and 71. Firstly, we'll talk about import and export. Students, international trade is needed so that all the countries around the world could avail the things, they need and which are not available in their own country. The most common example is oil, which is needed throughout the world, but it is limited to a particular areas. So that's why it is traded internationally. Guys, there are two kinds of international trade. One is called import and the other one is called export. And trade means business. Well, guys, let's talk about the definition of import. An import is a good or service bought into one country from another. Guys, the word import is derived from the word port, since the goods are often shipped via boat to foreign countries. Well, it is important to remember for all of us that nowadays import may be done by air or it may be done through a computer program, and the person who buy goods and services is called importer. Well, guys, whenever you don't have something, you buy that thing from another country. This is called import, When you have something, in excessive amount and you are giving this to another country, this is called export. Well, exports are the goods and services produced in one country and purchased by the citizen of another country. Students, it doesn't matter what the good or service is. It doesn't matter how it is sent. It can be shipped, sent by email, or carried in personal luggage on a plane. Well, if it is produced domestically and sold to someone from a foreign country, it is an export. Well, after discussing import and export, let's talk about balance of trade. Well, guys, import and export is an international trade, and trade means business. Whenever you have something in an excessive amount in your country give that thing to another country, and the another country gives you money in exchange. That specific money is called foreign exchange. It's mean whenever you are giving, you're selling your stuff to another country, you're getting money, money comes in your home. This term is called foreign exchange. So whenever, some specific or certain thing thing is not in your country, so you get that thing from another country. So this is called import. Import always takes money from you, and export always give money to you. Well, guys, every country tries to limit their needs and import minimum goods from another country. Well, on the another hand, you can say that we try to sell our manufactured goods to other countries, in maximum quantity to earn foreign exchange. Foreign exchange means, as I told you, that the money which you receive after giving goods to other countries, this is called foreign exchange. Well, guys, the country economy stable if it earns more foreign exchange on export than spending on imports. Students, let's talk about the important imports of Pakistan. As I told you that it is important to remember that nowadays import may be done by air or it may be done through a computer program. For example, many things Pakistan import from other countries such as heavy machinery, medicines, petroleum products, computer software, etc. In our next slide, we'll discuss about a few more important imports of Pakistan. Guys, Pakistan import, machinery, petroleum, chemicals, vehicle spare parts, edible oil, wheat, tea, fertilizer, plastic material, paperboard, iron ore and steel, and pharmaceutical products. In our next slide, we'll talk about exports of Pakistan. Guys, exports refers of selling goods and services produced in country or home. Well, when we sell these things to another countries, this is called export. Well, guys, import and export is considered as a backbone of the economy. In our next slide, we'll talk about few of the things which Pakistan, export at great level. Well, Pakistan's major exports are raw cotton, textile products, cotton yarn, rice, leather and leather products, carpet, rugs and tents, synthetic textiles, surgical instruments, sports goods, and ready-made garments, vegetable, fruit and fish. Well, engineering products as well Pakistan export to other countries, and chemical and pharmaceutical products. Well, guys, this term pharmaceutical is used second time, and the meaning of this term is some medicines and drugs. Well, guys, Pakistan import pharmaceutical stuff as well, and Pakistan exports them as well. Well, guys, let's discuss the last phase of our lecture, that is public property. Well, guys, what is the meaning of the public property? Well, public means all those people which come under the control of the government. So public property is a property under the control of the government. For example, government school, roads, parks, and all the public properties. They are come in the category of public property. In this slide, you can see that many public properties such as, post office, trains, public parks, roads, and public services. Well, guys, let me know that public property is for the use of everyone. You can use all these properties because they are for you. In next slide, we'll talk about a bit more about the importance of the public property. Guys, a person hired by the government to help or provide services to the people is called public servant. The services of the public servant, is called public service. Guys, for example, a teacher imparting education in a government school, a doctor and nurses in a government hospital, they both are public servants. And the services for the public are called public services. In this slide, you can see that many different public services and important public properties. Guys, you can see that a hospital over there, a railway station, road, and a park. Well, grade 4, let's watch a video together to know a bit more about public property. In this video, you guys can observe a lots of public places. So fasten your seatbelts because I am going to play a video clip for you. Okay, grade 4, in this video lecture, you guys will see, what is the difference between public and private property. So here we go.
Property. Property is anything that is owned by a person, a group of persons, or government. Houses, vehicles, farmlands, historical buildings, trains, and post offices are all properties. Private property. Private property is property owned by an individual or a group of individuals. For example, furniture, car, house, land, and jewelry are all private properties because they are owned by a single individual or a group of individuals. The owner of a private property can exchange, sell, or even destroy his property. Public property. Public property is property owned by the government. Such property is meant for the welfare of the people. It is available for public use. All people of the country have equal right to use it. Public parks, trains, post offices, roads, public schools, public colleges, and government hospitals are all public properties.
Well, grade 4, after watching that handful video, let's talk about exam bank. Well guys, what you have to prepare for the exam of this topic. You have to prepare that what is public property, you have to enlist the important export and imports of Pakistan. You also have to tell me that what is the difference between import and export. Well, at the end of the lecture, I would like to say that मैंने पूछा खुदा से तो मुझको मिलेगा कहाँ, खुदा ने कहा मिलूंगा वहाँ है नेकी जहाँ. Well guys, this is the time to wake up and spread positivity. Try to bring change at least in the life of one person. And I don't think so it is going to be difficult for you because you all are energetic and you all can make difference in the life of at least one person, right? Thank you so much. I will see you in your next lecture. Thank you. Bye-bye.